Hello, my crafty friends. It's Diane Evans with stampinwithdiane.com. I'm an independent Canadian Stampin' Up demonstrator here in the interior of British Columbia. So if this is one of your first times joining me, especially on YouTube, make sure that you do subscribe. And if you are joining and watching the replay, just bear with me that this is a live YouTube and a live Facebook as well. So I may be interacting with other people depending on the questions and everything else. But I do appreciate you being here. So today is February the 28th. I cannot believe it's already the end of February. Can you believe it? Let me just jot down there's a few things that I want to talk to you about. Today is the last day for celebration. You have up until, I think it's 10:59 Pacific time in order to cash in on your celebration. I strongly suggest that you don't wait to the very last. But if there's something that you want from this catalog, believe me, it's really, you'd want to get in on it today. Also, it is the last day to be able to get in and join the community, and basically you would earn 2 free stamp sets of your choice. So I'm hoping that you don't miss out on this. And apparently we're going to have another one in July and August, I believe. But anyways, let's just think about that. There's a few other things that I want to talk to you about, and then we're going to get on with my presentation. So starting tomorrow is the Waves of the Ocean suite that is coming available, and it's available from tomorrow till May the 2nd. And when they say May the 2nd, hi Christine, yes, happy Monday to you too. When they say May the 2nd, what is going to be available in the annual catalog is the bundle. So you could get the stamp sets and the dies available on after May the 2nd. But what isn't available is the rest of the suite. Now this suite is, oh my goodness, it's so pretty, and I'm going to show you some parts of it. I'll show you as much of it as I can, actually. So like I say, you can get the whole suite, or you can just get parts of it if you want. I know an awful lot of us are doing different types of promotions with this as well, like different classes and that sort of stuff. Here is the designer series paper. Is that not just gorgeous? It's not specialty paper. It doesn't have any shine or anything to it, but no worries, because there's foil that goes along with this. But the colors that go with this, there's Calypso Coral, there's Petal Pink, there's also, let's see, there's Granny Apple Green in here. Daffodil Delight is also in here. Night of Navy's in here, and also Pacific Point. Now, I will be completely honest with you. I am not a Pacific Point gal. Or put it this way, I wasn't a Pacific Point gal until the suite did come out. I think I was on, and I just used my last piece from the one package of paper that I buy. And trust me, I go through a lot of paper, but it's unusual for me to have something last that long. But I had to stock up on it, right? So there's this beautiful designer series paper, and then check out this foil. This foil, you get 6 pieces of foil, 2 of each color. So you get the Night of Navy, this beautiful brushed silver, and that makes me so happy, because the other silver foil pack that you got was 2 of the colors were so dark that and purplish, that I just couldn't use them. And then of course this, I think this is supposed to be, is it Bermuda Bay? Let me just double check on this brochure. No, it's Coastal Cabana. To me, it's pretty close to Bermuda Bay as well, but it's kind of in between the Bermuda Bay and the Coastal Cabana. So beautiful foil that also comes along with that. And then check out these gems. These gems, the rhinestones, you get 168 of them. And they're in, let's see, Night of Navy, Pacific Point. I think there's even a balmy blue in there. It looks like Coastal Cabana, Granny Apple Green, and also Bermuda Bay in there. So it is beautiful, absolutely gorgeous. So Judy and I collaborate with Judy Anderson from the United States, and Judy and I decided that what we need to do is to continue showing this off. I've shown this on in a few things that I've done, but I have to have a certain project done for tomorrow, and I decided I'm going to use my Waves of the Ocean for that as well. Now, as I've got some of you on here, and please remind me, I need to say this. Tomorrow, when Judy does go live, it's going to be 2 hours earlier. So it's going to be 11 Central Time and 9 Pacific Time. And the reason being for that is, well, we all have different things that happen, right? And she has another commitment that she has to get to. And I couldn't cover for her, unfortunately. All right, so we are going to make... it's a 3x3 mini card project that I'm making today. Now, I had done this, and I don't even know if this is one that I had done for one of Judy's swaps that was in at one of our Stampin' Up conventions. But this was the project that I had done quite a few years ago, and it just had some 3x3 cards in here. So I thought I'd replicate it. Of course, it's going to be a little bit different because, of course, we don't have any of this product. But I'm going to show you how I made that, and we're going to make a couple of 3x3 cards. All right, so I have a piece. This is thick basic white, and it happened to be cut at 3.5 inches by 11 inches. Now, I wanted the scallop sort of look to the front, but I thought, what could really go with these waves? And I thought the best thing that would go with these waves are clouds, right? So I just see something. I want to just remove some of this. It must come off of my plates. Anyways, so I use these basic borders to create this cloud image on the top. So this box is going to kind of go like this, and it's going to close. So I've got my clouds going here. So what I want to do is I've got a template of that I cut, and I'm going to make some more clouds, and we're going to do some sponging with that as well. So let me just grab in. Thought I had a piece of paper there. All right, I do have a piece. I'm just going to put this underneath here. And what I'm just going to do is I'm going to come in with my blending brush. And one color that's not even saying that it's on in this suite is this balmy blue. But trust me, you wait till you see a wave done in this balmy blue, and it's just gorgeous. So what I want to do is I just want to have this on the front part. So I'm just coming in with my balmy blue, and I'm going to create some clouds. And this, like I say, I just use this from the cutoff piece, right? Or made another template with it. So we just want some clouds here. That's just going to be the front. You know what? I'll just come here and just put this. All right. So that's all we really need to do with this. Now, when I scored this, before I went and I cut that piece, I scored this. This is 3.5 by 11, remember. I scored it at 3 1/4, 4 inches, 7 3/8 inches, and 8 1/8 inch. And then I went and I put the die on here and then cut it off after. All right, so that's our piece. And normally I tell everybody to fold into the mountain. I am telling you in this particular project to fold not into the mountain, because you want to make sure that both of them are the same. Now I also have the bottom piece of the box, and this happens to be 4 5/8 by 4 5/8. And then I scored at 5/8 of an inch all the way around. And then what I'm just going to do is I'm just going to come in and I'm going to snip. Just going to go in and snip this, snip into here. And we're just making kind of a box, but a very easy box to go in here. Like so. And then what I want to do is I just want to kind of just cut this in just a little bit on these outer portions here. Just like that. And another one on this piece here. Okay, so now I'm just going to come in with my bone folder. But you know, I can start with 10 bone folders in my little container here, and I end up with one, maybe, if I'm lucky. So I'm just going to go and we're just going to score all of these edges. And this is the thick as well. So this really needs a lot more coaxing in order to get it so that it's going to fold properly. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and use a liquid glue. I could use tear and tape on here as well. You know what? Let me go ahead and use the tear and tape. That would be just fine. So I'm just going to come in and we're just going to cut that there. In there. And then this is going to be the bottom. So I'm also going to put the tear and tape right along here. You know, I don't know if you've seen this tip, but you're just going to come in here like this. I'm going to use my credit card and just rip that off. So I've got a nice even edge to that part. All right. It's a blank Tim Hortons. All right. So let me just come in with my take your pick tool and let's get this part done first. Take this all off on the corners. Like I say, we're just going to get this part done and then we're going to make our cards that go along with it. And they're going to be easy cards, but it'll just show you how easy it is to just going to line that up like that. So, and the reason you trim on this part is so that you've got it even. However, when this box is put together, because this box, I am going to put those edges in are going to go right into this part, right like this. All right, so I can go ahead and I might regret putting this in right away because I've got some other stuff I want to do onto the box, but I want to show you how this part gets done. And just like that. And then let's go ahead. And then this part of the box is just going to fit make sure it's just a bit smaller than what the box is, or the base of this is. Not by a lot. And then this is going to come up like so. All right. So now we have this going like this. Now what I want to do is I also want it to kind of look like I've got a piece. This is the Pacific Point, and this piece happens to be, it's 3 1/8 by 3 3/8, and that's what fits onto this part here with a tiny bit of a border on here. So let's go ahead and put that onto there. You know what? Let's put this on there as well. So I want this to go on there like so. Now, okay, yep, that'll work. Now see the other side. On this particular project, I decided not to use the Coastal Cabana, and what a shock is that for me because that's one of my favorite colors, right? Let's just put this on here. And we're just going to put that right onto the front there. And we have Joanne here from Quebec. What part of Quebec, Joanne? My son lives in Montreal, so. I can't wait to get back there. I love going there. It's such a beautiful part of our country, right? All right, so we've got that part there. Now what we're also going to do is I wanted part of the ocean. So in here we have two waves, not part of the ocean, part of a wave. We have two waves that are here. Now I've gone ahead and I've cut out a lot of different waves, a lot of different parts from here. But on my white waves that I cut out, because I'm going to do white, I did a partial white. But I also cut all of these waves, this particular waves, not the other colored waves. I cut and I used the adhesive sheets. And trust me, it's a lot better using adhesive sheets with this wave because, well, it's big enough that you can use some of the glue. And I will be using some of the glue on some of the other parts. So I'm just going to come in and we're just going to take this part off. Oh, Mirabelle. Okay. Very nice. I used to get to Montreal once a year, but I plan on going this year. That's the whole plan. I plan on starting to travel this year. All right, so this part is just going to go here. And this was just a scrap piece. It was a piece that was left over, but this particular one was not going to show very well if I had the whole wave on it. So I just want to put this wave on here, just like so. It's going to stick right down, and then I can cut this part off. So there's my wave on the front. Oh, my goodness. Judith is from the UK. How nice. East Sussex. You know, I should really bone up on my geography in the UK. I'm not very good with it. We were over there about 4 or 5 years ago. I want to go back. We didn't have enough time. So this is going to go like this. I am going to have a belly band that goes around there. And you know what? These clouds probably should have been more done in the Pacific Point now that I look at it. So you know what? I'm going to just take that and I'm going to make this a bit blue. Now, you know what? I'm just going to leave it. It'll work okay. Now, see, this is where our cards are going to go in there. So now what I can do is I can start playing with the decoration of the rest of it. Now, when you make these mini cards, basically what you do is you just cut. I have 12 by 12 white pieces of paper, so I just cut them into the pieces. But I have 3 by 6 and just scored it the 3 inches. This is just regular basic white. So, you know what? I've got some that I know that kind of how I want it to go. So we might be mixing that up completely. All right, so I have some Pacific Point that is 1/8 of an inch smaller. And then I've got this part here that's going on here. Now I want to show you this beautiful, beautiful wave that is in the stamp set. Now, we don't have a block that's big enough to hold this other than the huge big block. And I'm not very good with that block. So I can't hold on to it. So I put it into my embossing. And I want it in such a way that it's not going to show these edges. Like, see, there's edges along here. I want it so that it's not, I want it to go, let's see. This is not going to be able to be put down with the magnet. So I'm going to come in with some repositional tape. And I'm just going to put some repositional tape onto my Stamparatus here. And let's see if I can get this in the right spot. You know what? That's going to be good enough. Now I'm going to show you in the balmy blue. I think the waves in the balmy blue are about the prettiest waves. So I'm just going to load that up. Put that there. Let's just use our Chucky on here. Now, is that not pretty? It's just gorgeous. So like I say, it can go with this, but now what I could have done was I could have stamped this like this, and we're going to do this on this one, and it's going to be quite dark actually. And then I'm going to come in with a sponge dauber, and let's go in with our Pacific Point. You can see I haven't used this stamp set that much either. And let's just put some of this wave in the Pacific Point as well. So let's come here. And it's just, oh my goodness, I just absolutely love this. Just look at the color that you can get with that. Oh, it's such a beautiful, distinctive stamp. Like I believe Stampin' Up has really outdone themselves on this particular suite. All right, so I'm just going to put the Pacific Point on here. I'm a little sad that we're not going to keep the foil around, and the Designer Series paper actually. So like I say, these are 3x3 cards that we're doing. We want them just to be simple cards. So I'm going to go ahead and put this on there. Now, I have other different color waves in here that I can do, but I think what I might do is just, I also cut out a bunch of these. I've got a bunch of other stuff. So let me just put this on here to begin with, and then we'll decide at the end what we're going to do with the cards. All right, so there's the beginning of one card. Just in itself, with words right across there, is a nice enough card for itself, and then maybe some embellishments on there. So let me just put that in there for now. Also, we do have available, and they should be on this desk here, are some 3x3 envelopes that are also going to go with this card set. All right. Oh, here are the envelopes. They're 3x3, and they're on, I don't know what page they are on in the catalog, but I'm going to do 4 cards. So I've got the 4 envelopes there. Now I have this piece here. Now, is this not just absolutely gorgeous in itself? And I think it could go either there. Should it go on there, or should it go on a white card? I think we'll put this onto a white card. And I think what we can do is we can go in and let's put, and I do have a wave, a full wave, and I'm going to go ahead and put that wave on, and then I can trim the piece off. Now, like I say, with this wave, I've gone ahead and I've used the adhesive sheets behind. So I want this peaky part of the wave to come in there. So I'm actually going to, just going to cut this part off here. There we go. And then I can take that other part off. So let me just take this stuff off. Oops, I thought that piece would have come out with that. It didn't. All right, so let's go again. All right. This is just going to go onto the wave here. Should have maybe had my silicone mat below. There we go. We're just going to cut this part off. Oh, Joanne, what I have with my Stamparatus, what I used was a very dear customer of mine went and made this for me, and it's called a Chucky. And all it's done is it's made with recyclable jars. This happened to be a makeup jar. I put on the bottom parts of the, like a furniture thing, and then I just use that, and it saves on having to worry about my wrists or anything like that. And it's just so even. It just goes so even on there. All right, so I have the choice. Do I want to put that onto a card like that or onto a white card? You know what? I think I'm going to do a white card or a blue card. We'll do that. It's a shame to cover some of this blue up. Okay, so let's just put this here. Remember, these are simple cards that we're doing. All right, so we have that there. So we've got a wave there, a wave there. Now, I love the pelicans that are in here. So we're going to make some pelicans as well. Now, I've gone ahead and I've stamped them because I wanted them to dry. I have my basic white paper. I've used Memento ink, and the colors that I'm actually going to use on this pelican is I'm going to use Crumb Cake, I'm going to use some gray, and I'm using Petal Pink. And Petal Pink is what I'm just doing the beak on. So you know what? I can do 3 of those. And I'm going to come in with my, I knew I had one that was getting low, so I'll put that off to the side and maybe, there we go. So I'm just going to come lay down and saturate the blend here. Then I'm going to come in and do a bit of extra on the dark. Should have done this on all of them. And then I'm going to come in with my light gray as well and put some of that. We want it to be kind of like sun washed out pylons, right? And then I'm just going to come back in with my blend and just blend that up. Notice when I blend, I go in circles. There we go. All right, there's that one. And you know what? I might as well do another one while I'm here. And then we can cut it out. I probably should have done some of these ahead of time because I am going to put one onto the front for sure. We'll put some of this on the pelican as well. There we go. Okay, and then the dies that go along with that. Got to move these out of the way. And they cut out fantastic. Hello, Marjorie. All right, so on my dies, oh my goodness, where are they? Here it is. I think this is one of my favorite images on the whole thing. It's so much fun. I'm just going to cut this, and we're just going to put this on our, okay. Say this is for a 3x3 mini card technique that I had to have done for tomorrow. And I thought, what perfect way is using this Waves of the Ocean for this. I'm just using my Post-it note tape on there, and we're just going to run that one through. And we'll run the other one through. Oopsie. But I really like that petal pink. I tried all different colors on that, on the beak, and I didn't like any of them. And of course, always when I'm coloring something, I always go to the internet to see the different colors. And there's so many different color pelicans. I was quite shocked. We don't have pelicans off the west coast of British Columbia, so. All right, so let's just do that. Put that up there, and we may have to use this again, depending on what we're going to do. So a reminder about tomorrow, again, Judy won't be there. We're going to put this, oof, it's going to be so much fun. Oh my goodness. Now, like I say, now I'm all over the place where I don't know what I want to do next. All right, so I have another white one. So you know what I could do is I could go in and I could put a lighter wave on this particular one and just do it where it's right onto the card. So that's what I'm going to do. Now I'm thinking to myself, I'm going to use maybe the Pacific Point. So this is going to go right about there. So I'm going to have to close that up. So it still has that stickiness there. I'm going to come in with my Pacific Point this time. Probably would have been better with a layer on there, but that's okay. We're not going to. I'm just going to come in with my Chucky. You can make this out of anything. It's just amazing. Oh my goodness. Look at that pretty, how blue. Oh, it's gorgeous. Okay, now you notice that's just a plain card like that. So I can come in with my Pelican and let's go and stick that up so that it looks like it's on a wharf in front of the waves coming in. There we go. And you know what? I need a little mini dot, a mini dimensional on there as well. So I usually, what happens is I go in and I tend to cut a bunch of different things, and I would color these pelicans. So I've got a bunch of them. So I've got them on hand. Oops, and let's take this one off as well. Okay, so let's go and put our pelican right there. So card number 3. We're going to end up, you know what? Oh my goodness, I can make this one a little bit better because there's also some fantastic clouds that are die cuts in here. So they could also go up above, but I want to get some sponging on those clouds. And there's another little one. Now, these ones happen to have, when I cut these out, I took them out of those spare pieces that had the, let's see, let's put this up here. And we can put, oh, you know what? I also have these little birds, little seagulls. They're so small. So let's just go there. And then this could go right about there. Okay, and I'm going to pop that up as well with a little dimensional. Like I say, you tend to just start building on this, right? This did have, let's see, just like that. So there's another card right there. So we've got this, we've got this, we've got that. We haven't got any words on them yet. So let's go ahead, and I think what I'll do is I think we'll put some more of these on. There. This one, I think we're going to go ahead and we're going to then use some of these die cuts. Let's see, where are we? And I want to use that beautiful foil. Like I've got this foil. See this here? Now I have a blue one that's left. I've got this here, or I've got this one. Let's see. My goodness, that's so pretty too. See, there's so much that you can choose from. All right, let's just get finished on some of these. So let's see, that's good like that. We have this. Let's go ahead and let's put I have this, and we can go ahead and we can put a happy birthday in the Pacific Point. Just like so. That can go there. let's see, or there. This is quite pretty too. Oh my goodness, like see, like I say, now I'm sitting there doubting and wondering how I should go ahead and put these all together. All right, we have this. So we're going to need something on this particular one. And I think what might be good on this is a blue one. And what might be good on here would be maybe some white embossing powder. Let's see. I'm just going to use my embossing buddy. I'm going to come in with my Versamark. And I'm going to put happy birthday on there. Use some white embossing powder because everyone knows how much I love to emboss. I knew this was going to be a long video, so maybe I should have forewarned you, right? All right, so we've got that. Come in with our heat tool. Just hold this down. There we go. Oh, there we go. It's finally starting. Using my real old let's see what I got here. I thought I had my white there. My essential twine, because we definitely want to put that on there too. So simple card, just going to come like this. So let's see. I had the white essential twine and I thought I had it right handy here. Okay, I have some, so it'll work good. I am just going to take this, and I know this is going to, look at that, doesn't cut. I'm just going to take this, and I know this looks kind of strange the way that I'm doing this, is I'm just tying this into a bow. And then let's just put this down like this. And then by putting it underneath here, you don't see that it's a bow, but at least you're getting some of that twine behind there. Actually, it's probably be better behind one of these. Okay. All right. I've got that card done. That one's good. All right. So let's go happy birthday on this. We kind of need it to be, we need some more color to that twine. So let me just come in with my twine and let's take, oh my goodness, I've got a mess going for me here. Let's just grab some dark balmy blue. And I'm just going to take this like this, and I'm just going to color my twine. Because we just need some color onto our twine. There we go. It's going to be, well, it's sure not a nice color, is it? Let's try another color. Misty Moonlight, maybe. Well, it's darker. You knew that you could color your twine, right? You color your ribbon, you color your twine. All right, let's try that. See how that, you know what? That's not going to work. So I happen to have this, and this is from the Sport twine. It's from the All Sport. in the J2J mini catalog. I always like buying baker's twine because you can get so many different colors and it'll work really good. So let's go in, and I'm just going to use my proper scissors to cut this. And let's just go ahead and put that there. And see, this is going to give a bit of a look of that below there. All right, so I'm going to put that on with dimensionals. If I didn't have such a mess going for me here, I would find everything, right? Right, so not liking that. So I could also take this and put this. I'm thinking that I need just a bit more of something on here. Do I need some white on there? Or maybe some of this vellum would be good on there. Vellum kind of gives it a bit of a different look. You know what? I'm going to use the vellum because it's just not, it just needs a little something else other than just the plain color there. So let me just go here. That's what you get for crafting on the fly, right? So I am going to come in with my glue dots on here, and it's going to have some motion in it. But let me just grab some glue dots, put them onto the wave. Just squishing them up a little bit. And I'm just going to put another one on there. Put some right down there. Let's see if that's going to work for us. Yeah, you know, I could have used, and I do have lots of that linen thread. Okay, let's go like this. And I've got that moving. I'm just going to trim this part off. I don't like that rough, that full edge there. And then we can just go here. So you wanted the linen thread, which, like I say, I have lots of that. Yeah, we could do that. I'm going to come in and I'm going to take, we're not going to do that bow thing because it's not enough for me. It works on some really good ones, good spots, but finding it's not very good here. Just going to put this in between. And now all I'm going to do is take this linen thread. I laugh every time I do this. My granddaughter just does not like this look at all. She says, Grandma, it's just way too messy. Let's go there and cut that part off. All right. So there we go. We're going to go like that. And now what we can do is we can put some rhinestones on there. So we got card number 2 done. Should have been, card number 3 is sitting here. So let's go ahead and we can go ahead and this one, I really like this part here. This one saying that is in here is, you are so totally awesome. I love that saying. So you know what? I'm going to go use that saying. And I'm going to, let me just clean that off. That was a good choice, Peggy. We'll continue on with that. I'm going to use my Versamark, and we're going to put this saying on the blue. Just hoping I'm getting this straight. Ooh, I don't like that. I'm going to just do that again. There we go. All right, and then we're just going to get some more embossing on there. Carol. This is part of a 3x3 mini card project. So I'm just trying to heat set that. There we go. And let's go ahead. Oh. Well, that was silly, wasn't it? Because that should have been on white. Well, tell you, I'm having a day today. All right, so let's try that. There we go. Much better. This is just going to go straight onto the blue card. A white mat would have been good on here as well. So let's just cut a quick cut of white mat. I have my 3x3 cards, so it'll be easy enough. Or you know what? I'll just go ahead and put this onto white, and then that'll save the time there. Just like so. Like I say, the whole purpose of this was to have easy cards. So this is just going to go across here, and then this is where I can use the white behind, right? All right, so let's go ahead, put that on with dimensionals. Like so. And then let's go and let's see, I want this to go here. We're just going to bring this through here. And so, and then this can go underneath here like so. All right, so we've got go like that. So card number 1, 2, 3, and 4, and we need to do something on this little guy. So you know what? I can turn around and put another pelican on one of these. I think I will, and then I'm going to have to cut one more pelican for my front of my card. So I'm just going to go ahead, and we are going to go ahead and get the rest of this card part done. So we have this like this, and we're going to use all of these, not all of them, but we're going to use some of those. So now what I have is and let's just clear all this mess out of the way here. I have my belly band. Now, when I do a belly band, I do it where I will not go and score it. I finger score it. So I'm going to put it there. I'm going to score it there, and there. Then I come in with my bone folder, and then I'm going to score like so. Let's make sure that that's going to close in there and be the right height. Okay, good, good. All right, so we're going to trim this part off. And the reason we do it with finger scoring to begin with is so that you get it so that it's going to be loose enough so that it's going to come off. So I'm just going to go in and score this part here. And this part here. And now this can go around here. So I'm going to that on with our seal. There and there. And this is going like this. Then what we're going to do is, where did my little pelican go? Here we go. We're going to have him come here, but I also want to have something go on to this part here. So what I can do is, I think what I'm going to do is grab some of the DSP. There we go. And I don't want it to be completely on there. So I am going to cut a sliver off of here. So I really like that Coastal Cabana on there. I just think that's so pretty. We're going to go ahead and let's go. I really think these clouds need to be blue too. So I'm going to go and change that as well. It's not sitting with me very well, that part. All right, so let's go and just going to put some blue on here. Let's see, just like so. There we go. All right. All right, this is going to go onto here. I think I'd like a bit more white onto that. It's funny when you're sitting here doing this and it's going, I want more of this white on there. So I'm just going to go in and take a trim off of here. Just like that. And then let's do this. This will be 3 inches, so about 3 and a bit. How bad is that I'm just doing this like this, right? Right. So this is going to go here. The belly band is going to go on here. Yeah, I'm going to like that better. And it should have actually been longer. My pelican to go on there as well. Getting up for me. Go like that. Let's go ahead, put our pelican on there. We're going to put that on with dimensionals as well. Let's see. Just want dimensionals on one side. There and there. This is going to go right. So let's just play again also with this. And okay. So this is going to here. All right, so let's get these cards in here. Oh, and you know what? Let's get this on, and then we can finish up our cards. All right, so we're going to use these rhinestones, and we're going to use them wherever we want to use them on here. I'm going to use on the front of this, I am going to use, let's see, we can use the Night of Navy, would be okay. Here, and a smaller one right there. Okay, so that's that on the front. Now on this particular card, you know what? I think we could bring in the Granny Apple Green on this particular card. And let's use this one and use this down here as well. So there's that one. We're going to put that in with an envelope, just like so. Put that in there. As soon as you start adding these gems, everything starts to really change. I think I can use this one on this particular one. No, and I think I'm going to use the smaller ones on here. So let's go ahead and use this one. You can just stamp on the inside what you want done. So there's that one. Just going to go in there. Now we have this one. This one is where I want to put another pelican on. Or you know what? Maybe the happy birthday is just going to go across there. So I'm not sure what I'm going to do with that one yet. And then this other card. Oh goodness, where are they? We've got 1, 2. I know I did more than 2. 3. Okay. Anyways, we will work on that. This is going to come like this. The pelican is going to come down here. And now what I really want to do is I want to have a card or something that goes on here. And I think I could do it with this, but I want it to be for you. I want there to be something that says for you on there. Now, which one has the for you stamp? I can't think what stamp set it's got. What stamp set was it that it had? Geez, I can't remember. Oh, I know, it's What's Cooking has the fantastic for you stamp right there, this one. So I'm just going to come in here and grab that little for you stamp. I'm going to stamp that in Pacific Point. Oh, I'm not going to get this straight. I can just tell right now. Okay, for you. We need to put some of these pelicans, these there. And this, I am going to actually cut this part off. That is going to go just underneath this part here. So I'm going to glue it on the bottom of that. And we're almost done. Just like so. Doesn't want to stay on there. And we'll just use a bit more of this on here as well. this come up like so. I know I'm adding a little bit more than what I probably was thinking of doing, that's for sure. Anyway, so are you getting the idea of what you can do with this, with your mini cards? This gives you kind of the idea of what you can do with, you've got the box idea in itself. There we go. And you know what? I could have put some of those rhinestones on there. So it was a little winded today, which is not like me usually, but I hope that you enjoyed that. It gives you an idea of different cards. Don't forget that Judy will be coming on live tomorrow at 9 o'clock Pacific time and 11 o'clock Central time. And she will be doing something else with the the waves of the ocean. Don't forget, its celebration is the last of today. So if there's something that you want, or if you want to join the community and earn 2 free stamps, you could do that as well. Now, is there anything else that I have to tell you? Oh my goodness. And I completely forgot. Spring into, it's called Savings Are in Bloom. Starting tomorrow, you can earn, you could get the mini cut and emboss at 20% off, and some selected dies that fit through the mini cut and emboss. So it's a really good deal. Watch for newsletters in your inbox. And we hope that you, if you don't have a mini cut and emboss, that you can take advantage of the 20% off. So have a great day. Don't forget, give me the thumbs up, share my video. I really do appreciate it. And if tomorrow, earlier, 2 hours earlier, we'll talk to you soon. Bye for now.